Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of attributes of the coordinate plane. This is standard 5.8a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 9 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have a simple question here. What are the coordinates of the point where the x-axis and the y-axis intersect on a coordinate plane? There's no picture here, and typically there is a picture when we're talking about the coordinate plane. So let's draw something, and let's see if that helps us kind of visualize this a little bit. So when we're looking at these coordinate pairs right here, that's really what we're talking about here. Coordinate pairs, always going to be two numbers, and sometimes they can be whole numbers, sometimes they can be decimal, sometimes they can be even fractions. It's going to be in parentheses with a comma in between. So we talk about the x-axis and the y-axis, so let's label that. We always need to know that we're going to start here on our x-axis, and it goes horizontal. So it's probably, if you ever see it in a book or in a picture, it's going to have a little tiny x, probably over towards the far right side. And this is our x-axis, which means this is horizontal. So we always start with our x-axis, and it goes side to side. And then usually somewhere on the very top of our y-axis is going to be just a little tiny y. Usually it's in italics. This is our y-axis, and as you can see, it is vertical. Now what we need to see here is, where do they intersect? Well, they intersect right down here. And so typically what we're going to do is we will see some lines, and we will see some numbers here. And so we would kind of go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes the scale is a little bit different, but we'll just pretend it's a scale factor of 1, and we're just counting by 1 here. So let's graph some of these points, and let's see if we can figure out where they intersect. So we'll start with 5-5. So when we're looking at our coordinate pairs, we always start with the x first, the y coordinate comes second. So think of an alphabetical order, x comes before y. So when we're looking at 5, 5, what we're going to do is we're going to go along the x-axis over to the right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to kind of go down there to that 5. And then we're going to move up 5 because it's got a y coordinate of 5. And so we're going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't have any lines here, so we're just going to kind of guesstimate. But here we go. This is our 5, 5. And as you can see, nothing is intersecting there. Now this next one, we've got the 5, 0. That's our x, that's our y. So you're going to see we're going to go over 5 again on the x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then we're going to go 0 on the y-axis, which means we're not moving up at all. So this is staying on the x-axis right there. So I'm just going to label it above. This is my 5, 0. So it's on the x-axis, but the y-axis is not anywhere near it. Then we're going to kind of get the opposite over here with c. So if you look at c, let me write it over here, 0, 5. So my x is going to be 0, which means I'm just going to stay right there. I'm not even going to move over to the right at all off of my y-axis, but I am going to move up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to end up right up here, and this is my 0, 5. So if I could somehow mix this one and this one, I'd be fine. And that's what I get at the very end. Right down here, this is my 0, 0. It's at the origin. That's where they intersect. The answer is D.